What's up, y'all? We back on Freestyle Football again, and I got a quick guide for you guys on how to shoot properly on good GKs. And I'm with my boy Ife, and he's one of the best GKs out there. And I'll just show you guys how to actually shoot properly on GKs like Ife. So yeah, let's just get straight in the video. So first thing is the M2. Obviously M2 is the power shot. So in the M2, when you charge it to full and release it, it's gonna do a power shot, which is going to be your main way of scoring against GKs like Ife. And then you have the M2 Overcharge, which is this. A really good shot if you want a guarantee goal. Just go top ends or bottom ends, doesn't matter. Also a good way of shooting. And yeah, that's all for M2. So I'm actually going to show you guys how to shoot properly with this. So of course, if you want to like actually score on a GK before you show them the text and stuff, you're always gonna shoot in a corner, or otherwise the GK doesn't even have to move for it. So he could literally just stand still. If you shoot like middle or anything or near middle, it's gonna be easy saves for the GK. So I'll always try to aim like bottom bins or top bins, and it should always be a goal if you have guaranteed. Unless the GK is good, does a good save, then might not be a goal, but most of the time it's a goal. So yeah, let's just move on to the text now. Okay, so I forgot to say, so let's say the GK's positioning's a bit off, so he's like standing here for example, and he's like looking at you, he's like dribbling. So what you're gonna do is like probably the bottom bins it, and has a high chance of going in, because as you can see, positioning's a bit off. Or you can even go top bins, but most GKs expect it, so I wouldn't if I was you. Or let's say just in general he's like in the middle, but like just a bit to the left or something. Like you can easily shoot it right there, and yeah, that's easy goals. So yeah, my bad for talking. Let's move on to the text. Okay, so for the first thing is, which is how I shoot. So what I do is I use my side dribbles and hold M2, and as you can see, it like resets your M2 always. So this is what I do to confuse GKs. And when I'm about to shoot, I'll just stop side dribbling and then release my M2. Because my M2 is like always charging, because I'm holding it while I'm doing my side dribbles, like this. Like as you can see, it's always charging. And like this, you can easily score on good GKs. And if they try to rush you, I'll explain later how to counter that. But for now, this is like a really good way of shooting, and it's most likely you're gonna go in. Now another thing to easily get a shot off at the GK is the chip. So let's say that defender's right, like on your right, and you can like chip it over and then hold M2 and easily get a shot off, which is also really good. And you can basically do this from anywhere, so just make sure there's no defender where you're chipping to, and you should be able to get an easy shot off, just like that. Oh, that was unlucky. But yeah, as you can see, with the chip you can easily get a shot off just like this, and it's just in general really good. Okay, so now we go overcharge, and that's the last thing you can really do with M2. So overcharge is basically you have your M2 a little bit charged longer, and this animation pops up with the bar. And how you time this is basically the moment it's on this little green thing in the middle, you have to release your shot. Because if you do it on the red thing, it's gonna be less power and less inaccurate, like less accuracy. So yeah. So how I do my overcharge, I basically make sure I have a lot of space. So there's like a lot of defenders right in the box, then they cannot overcharge obviously. But if you have like some space in the box, so what you do is you do the same thing as before. You just chip the ball, then have your M2 like charged way more, obviously. And most GKs do not save it, like, because it's just really fast. So if you want to do overcharge, make sure you have the space to do it, or otherwise you're just gonna get like easily tackled. But yeah, that's basically it for M2s. I'm gonna show something later too, which is also really good. But yeah, that's basically it for M2s. Okay, so now moving on to curves. So curves, aka M1, are probably the most hardest ones to shoot with, because most people just use them for passing, but you can also use them to shoot with. So obviously you have the left-right curves, so A, which is left, and D, which is right. So if you mix them together, so let's say I want to curve left, you basically hold A at the same time and M1, and it does a curve just like that. And same thing with D. And for M1 there's also chips of course, so if you just hold M1, it's just gonna do this like a chip with like a lot of power. Or if you hold S, it's gonna do a top spin, which I'll explain later what it does. But for now we're gonna show the curves. So yeah. Okay, so curves are differently for each power. So if you have a full power M1 curve, it's gonna curve way less, but it's gonna go way further, as you can see. But if you do a low power curve, so like the M1 has less power and curve it, it's gonna curve way more, as you can see. And most of these are like really good to confuse the GKs. I don't know why he just saved it, but yeah, as you can see, if you do like from really close, like low curves, they're almost guaranteed to go in. But that was a chip, that was not a curve. But yeah, you get what I mean. But M1 power, M1 like full M1 powers are like, they're like mostly used for passing, but you can also use them to shoot with. But most GKs just see where it's gonna go most of the time. So I recommend you guys shoot with low power curves instead. And yeah, I'm gonna show you a few tricks you can do how to shoot with curves and stuff. So yeah. Okay, so this is where curves actually become useful. So most of the time I'm gonna be shooting here from the side, so you can like curve it in the goal. So let's say the GK is standing here. That's where you're gonna like shoot a far post like this. So I'm gonna like low power. For low power you have to aim way more over here. But if you have like full power curve, you don't really have to do that much, because it curves way less. But yeah. So if they're standing there, you're gonna shoot far post, but if they're standing like in the middle, you can like curve it in. So stand in the middle real quick. You can like curve it in like this. And this most of the time goes in, unless the GK is really good. Because most good GKs save curves easily. But if you're really close, like it's impossible to save. There's nothing you can really do. So I'm gonna show you guys like curves from here. They're just really hard to save. Because they're gonna see the ball go this direction and then it's gonna go that direction. And yeah, they're already dived by that point. So yeah, it's gonna be a free goal. But there's also a trick you can do, just like with power shots. So it's basically the same thing. Chip into a curve, which looks like this. So I'm gonna do a less power curve one. Wait, let me do it again. And as you can see, the ball goes really fast. And the thing, but you have to be careful. Like, do not do too close, or you're gonna hit crossbar or just miss the goal. Because curves automatically go up, as you can see. So if you do it from really close, it's probably gonna go over the goal. You can also do this with more power. So let me just show you. And it looks like this. But I recommend you guys do low power curves, because if you master those, then yeah, basically you're gonna be good out curving, bro. But yeah, that's basically it for curves. Now we're gonna move on to topspin and how to actually counter, for example, chase users. So GKs who rush a lot. So yeah. So we got topspin, and topspin is really good for GKs that rush you a lot. With chase, for example, chase is like a GK ability that makes GKs run like really fast, and yeah, they basically just rush at you and there's nothing you can do. But that's where topspin comes into clutch. So topspin is basically if you hold S and M1, it does like this little bounce shot. And some people think it's useless, but in my opinion, it's really good to chip over GKs. Like it's better than the actual chip. So if he has chase, he's gonna use it at me real quick, and I'm just gonna like chip it over him like this. And as you can see, there's like the GK cannot do anything. So if he's gonna do it again real quick. So you gotta watch out. So if you have like a lot of less power, then there's like gonna be a high chance of it like not even going in the goal, or just going over the goal. So try to have like a bit more power than usual. So if you rush me again. So if you have more power, it's like there's more of a chance of it not going over the goal. So just watch out for that. But anyways, if a GK like is coming straight at you and you forgot he has chase, just try everything to like use it, and just pray it goes in. But yeah, like I said, really good against GKs that rush you a lot. But it's mostly for chase, because I mean, if a GK rushes you, like rush me, like no chase, like just come and trap me, you can basically just side dribble and basically get a free tap in, or just curve it in the goal. So like rush me real quick again. You can basically do this and then yeah, easily get a goal. Or rush me again. You can just like easily just curve it like around them. Yeah. That's basically it for Topspin. Now we're gonna get on with the little small things. Ground like side shots and stuff, which looks like this. I'm gonna explain that real quick, and then that's basically it for the video. Another thing you can do is the side dribbles and aka side shots. So if you hold your side dribbles way more, it's gonna have like you can charge it and you can do a side shot with it. And it's really, in my opinion, it's not the best, but if you really want to, if you want to be like fancy, you can use it. But in my opinion, it's really hard to master. So it's also kind of risky. But yeah, side passes, or I mean, some people use them to pass. You can also use them to shoot, obviously. And yeah, that's how they look like. You can use them, that's your choice. But now I'm going to show you guys something you would have probably never expected to shoot with, which is basically a ground pass, but that curves. So if you guys know, if you ground pass and turn your camera, it's going to curve. Now this is actually really OP against GKs. So Ife is going to like, I'm going to shoot like right there, and then curve it, and like he's going to dive out the way. So that's what most GK is gonna do. So I'm gonna shoot over there, and he's gonna like dive out the way just like that, because he thinks the ball's going over here, but then it just curves last second. And this is just, in my opinion, it's brain dead. So I can do this side, then easily curve it just like that. And bro, ground passes are just, in my opinion, they only work the first time, but unless your GK is bad. And you can also do this off a chip, so you can go like this and easily curve it just like that, and there's basically nothing they can do. So chipping is really good for shooting in general. Like the chips, you can easily shoot with them, and in my opinion, they're just the best thing to set up your shot with. You can even do it with the side shots. Wait, let me do this real quick, like this. Basically, chips are just basically everything to shoot with, but of course you don't always have to use chips. But yeah, like I said, ground passes are also really good to shoot with. Just gonna dive out the way. But yeah, only works the first time, so don't spam it too much, or the GK is just gonna know at that point. Well yeah, that's it for the video. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I gladly answer them. But yeah, that's not really much to shooting other than that. If you guys enjoy watching, like the video, subscribe, peace out.